Hi everyone, I have something to read to you. In Australia, they've passed a law which will take effect in December 2025, banning children under 16 from using social media platforms or opening social media accounts. The mainstream media has crafted the following key points of contention for your debating pleasure: that by banning children from social media, you will drive them to more dark, unregulated areas of the internet where they may fall prey to even worse potential outcomes while they become well practiced in the art of digital deception and duplicity. That banning people from having social media accounts is a form of censorship. According to Article 13 of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, all children have the right to freedom of expression, except Australian children on social media, and that it's unfair on the tech companies who will be held responsible for ensuring that there are no under 16s using their platforms. My heart bleeds. What you're not being invited to discuss is whether the state should be parenting your child at all. But the really impressive subliminal sleight of hand is that if under 16s are not allowed on social media, then everyone 16 and over who wants to use social media will have to have digital ID to prove their age. Every so often, the misdirection is so supreme that you find yourself almost having to take your hat off. Well played, that man. So, why am I telling you this? Well, partly because I'm embarrassed by the British strategy for implementing digital ID, which lacks any kind of comparative finesse. It's important that we demand more ingenuity from our British New World Order changemakers, or the Australians are going to run away with all the trophies for perfect Hegelian propaganda. Listen to what we're going for in Britain. This is from biometricupdate.com. By the end of 2025, UK pubgoers will never again have to fumble around in their wallets for a scratched ID card, with the announcement that mobile digital ID will soon be accepted for age assurance in drinking establishments and retail outlets. So the strategy here is to suggest that those without digital ID will be fumblers. The thought is that if a young person has to choose between giving up their freedom and being a fumbler, they will naturally choose to give up their freedoms. The depressing thing is that, unimaginative and patronizing as the strategy is, it's likely to work. That's unless we can convince young people to fumble with pride. Maybe they could even have their own rainbow colored flag and become a protected species. So, this is my New Year's plea to the young British public: demand better subterfuge, refuse to be bought out so cheaply, stand up for your right to be more impressively manipulated. Digital ID is the cornerstone of their plan for one world governance. Without it, they can't create a digital twin for every global citizen based on profiling their finances, purchase history, medical information, employment record, etc. The idea is to have a system where the default setting is zero trust. So you're locked out of everything until you can prove your eligibility for whatever product or service it is that you're trying to access. So while your flower power compatriots of the past were able to attend Woodstock despite any former fleeting allegiance to abstinence, say, um, you really will have to keep your nose clean if you want to be able to attend the festivals of the future. There will be no paper tickets, no cash transactions. So if the management company of your favorite band decide that they're not going to allow people who have made purchases from companies with low ESG scores in the past to attend their concerts, then that's it. You won't be going. And if you don't know what an ESG score is, then how are you going to avoid falling foul of this misdemeanor? And what about SDGs? Do you know what they are? Because they're going to dictate your life as well. If you're interested to understand the hoops that you're going to be expected to jump through in order to be a sufficiently worthy citizen that you are able to participate freely in society, then you can find plenty of short informational videos on my channel. If, on the other hand, you'd rather never see me again, all you have to do is say no to digital ID. Embrace your inner fumbler. Refuse to be educated in the ways of life-limiting acronyms. Fumble for freedom. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for listening. I love you.